Welcome, everybody out there in the internet, to episode 61 of Sis and Big Pop's Culture. I am Big Pop's Mosaic Fan Art KY Medicine Man Todd Turner, and as always, my favorite and lovely co-host is...
Hi, sweet friends. I am Hannah Jo, aka Sis, and together we are an adult daughter and father duo. We dive into all things geek, nerd, and fandom. Every episode is family friendly.
That's right, guys. We are family friendly, and we have been away for a couple months.
A minute. Our last podcast was like the 8th or the 9th of September. It is November 15th.
It is November. But hey, we're going to jump right in. We're not going to spend a lot of time on that. Here's the deal. We don't do it for you all. We are not monetized. We are self-pay, and we do it for us.
Well,
anyway,
life's
Hannah,
been really busy.
Life
season.
is busy, but it's a good season. Tell everybody what we do here.
Hey, friends, I am so glad you all are here hanging out with us on our little corner of the internet. It's been a hot second. You know the groove, you know the drill, and if you don't, I'm glad to tell you what we're going to do is start off chatting some nerd news. It's been 2 months since we chatted, so we could spend our entire episode here. We're not going to, though, because we also have to talk about what we've been watching. Pops is going to share his pull list. If you don't know what that is, don't worry. We'll explain it on the way. And we're going to review, I called it a short film. What would you call it, Dad? Is short film inappropriate? Okay.
Yeah. It's like an hour and 10 minutes, hour and something long.
It's not. It's 54 minutes, including
like I said,
credits.
On regular TV, it'd probably been about an hour and a half.
You think?
Yeah.
With commercials and stuff like that. Werewolf by Night, which is on Disney Plus.
Yep.
And we're going to review that for you today, friends.
Don't forget. Did you tell my pull list?
Yeah, I already said that.
Oh, sorry. Well, now we're going to kick it off with nerd news. There is a bunch of... That's my fake typewriter. So much has happened, Hannah.
Yes. Okay, I have some tiddly bits.
Go ahead. Just knock them out of the park.
Okay. I'm stoked for these Christmas movies coming out because we're nearing on Christmas movie season. And you know your girl loves...
Are you talking about the one with... what's her face in it?
Lindsay Lohan?
Crazy? Yes.
Are you kidding me? Of course I am. I'm so glad you know me so well that's
Christmas
exactly...
in the Mountains, or A Mountain for Christmas, or Falling
for
Down
Christmas.
the Hill. I knew it was something like that. Yeah.
Okay. I love Christmas movies. I love the hokey, awful ones where it's the same plot every single time.
Mm-hmm.
I love those. I love old Christmas movies, like ones that are traditional in our family and our our family.
I've already watched White Christmas.
Like White Christmas
I put up the Christmas
one. What I'm trying to think. What are our
sisters? The Holiday.
White Christmas, The Holiday, Last Holiday.
That's
a family favorite.
Those are the big ones. I love
Polar Express.
Polar Express. Can't help it. Anytime you get an Aerosmith elf, you gotta love it.
We love. Okay,
but there's so many. So that is coming out.
Yes. So the thing that I'm stoked about, I'm stoked about two.
Go ahead.
One is Lindsay Lohan falling for Christmas. She is a socialite and she falls and gets amnesia and then ends up being taken care of by a hunky man and his kid.
It sort of reminds me of Overboard with Goldie Hawn and what's his face. But anyway.
One of Ron's family Christmas movies is It's a Wonderful Life, which is also a classic.
I know. Every time you hear a bell an angel gets his wings.
Okay, I love going to the It's a Wonderful Life radio play. My college used to put that on every Christmas season, and you'd go and you'd watch it, and they dressed up in like 40s, 50s garb and did it as if they were doing a radio play. And there was one person who was always like 10 voices. And it was hysterical because how they played it off was like, oh no, half of our cast got stuck in a blizzard. You're going to have to do 10 voices.
That's funny.
They play it off in this thing. It was really funny. Okay, so I'm excited for Lindsay Lohan falling for Christmas. I'm excited for the Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special.
Are you ready for this tidbit of information?
Okay, give it.
I don't know if you know this or not.
I probably don't.
Do you know whose house they have to
Kevin
break
Bacon.
into. Okay, yes, but do you know whose house that really belongs to?
Is it Kevin Bacon's actual house?
David Crowder.
No.
Yes,
the famous
from
singer? The Christian singer?
Yes, it's David Crowder's house. Are you
Like
kidding
Kevin
me?
Bacon.
Yes, they I guess they did some type of a deal where he did like a show of his home, and they were like, listen, we want your house to be the house for Christmas. Yes, it's David Crowder from the Crowder Band.
Do you remember
Yes.
when we saw him at
Ichthus.
Ichthus?
And he signed your bag.
He signed my bag, and he had the Guitar Hero guitar and played the guitar on the Guitar Hero guitar.
Yes, 100% remember that. That was awesome. That was like
that's my childhood, man.
I know. That was probably
in 6th grade. It was in 6th grade, and now I'm getting married.
It was a lot of fun. I had a blast that time.
That
Yes,
was a really
David
sweet
Crowder's house,
weekend.
and they have to steal Kevin Bacon. I'm for it, 100%.
I'm so excited. It's gonna be funny.
Yeah, I'm also looking forward to the Santa Clauses.
Is there a new one?
You didn't know
The Santa Claus 4?
Santa Clauses. It is a ongoing show on Disney Plus, starting. I think it's tomorrow, which would be the 16th, because who knows when we'll upload this.
I'll upload this on Thursday.
Okay, it may be that day. I don't know. I think it's tomorrow. I think it's Wednesday the 16th. They start with 2 episodes. Santa Claus is retiring. And
good for him to retire other than to fall off
spend time with his family.
Mm.
They have all the OG people from it back.
Martin Short.
Oh, I don't know about Martin Short. That's a good question because he was in the 3rd one.
He's
but
a bad
like
guy.
The guy Bernard, who wasn't in the he was in that movie the TV show Numbers or whatever. Yeah, Bernard's back. The guy who played his son is in it.
Yes, Charlie.
Charlie, yep.
And his stepdaughter. No.
I can't believe you haven't.
I have no dad.
Okay, so there's like a trailer for it where he's interviewing people, and it's Peyton Manning is interviewing, and he's like, "Give me your best ho ho ho," and he goes, "Ho ho ho, Omaha, Omaha."
Omaha.
He said, "Listen, I see how I did an audible there." He goes, "I can." He goes, "Oh, I can't wait to rub this in Brady's face." And then Peyton says, "Oh, I can sing too." And Scott Calvin, Santa Claus says, "Oh, Brady can sing."
Okay, sir.
So yeah,
Christmas. I love Christmas movies. I love the Christmas
be a lot of cool
season.
movies. Yeah.
Okay, another piece of movie news that I'm stoked about that we've chatted about that I have to bring back again: the Super Mario trailer.
Okay, what'd you think of it?
I'm stoked about it.
Okay, people went bonker crazy about
People
it
are
because
really
they said
mad.
he had a butt.
What?
Because he had a butt?
Who has a butt?
Like a rear end, like his rear end was bubble.
Bowser's or Mario's?
No, Mario. It was really
I'm
bizarre.
sorry, but I didn't stare at his butt.
I know. We're supposed to be family friendly. His rear
people have bottoms.
took us bottom. I think it's going to be great.
All I wrote was Super Mario trailer, yay, underlined twice. Bowser is the worst, though, man.
Well,
have you seen the
Bowser's
trailer?
always the worst. Yes, I love the trailer.
The trailer and the little penguins are just
think the
throwing
penguins are
stuff
like
at
we
him.
will not be defeated. They're like throwing snow.
It's just like,
They're like, "Ah!"
not even his head. He's like, "Do you yield?" He's like, no. And I'm like, "Oh no." So
I love it.
I don't know. I'm stoked about that.
Well, keep going. What else you got?
Okay. Okay. This was a piece of news that I was just shocked about. We haven't. That's not true.
Yeah.
I talked to you and Mom for an hour last night.
We haven't done these fun things like this.
We haven't. Okay. This I just thought was weird. Margot Robbie was slated to be the heroine in a Pirates of the Caribbean reboot.
Canceled.
And then it got canceled.
Canceled.
And I'm like, that statement is such a roller coaster of emotion for me. Like, I don't know what is going on.
How you would go with that?
I don't know what's happening. I'd go watch it. I like Margot Robbie.
I don't know if I would. Listen, I
liked Birds of Prey.
I know.
But Birds of Prey was made for me to watch and not for you to watch.
There you go. Same way with She-Hulk. But I love She-Hulk.
I probably won't watch it. I watched the first episode because you wanted to watch.
Some people didn't like it at all. They were like just terribly. What?
Did you want me to watch the first episode so that we could talk about it?
Nah, I don't care.
I watched it like moons ago.
Don't worry about it. Skip it.
Okay. It was. I didn't love it. What was I saying?
Margot Robbie, Roller
okay,
Coaster
yeah.
of Emotions.
Man, I was like, don't know if this is a good idea. And then I was like, ooh, they decided it was not a good idea.
Yeah, they decided for you.
And so I went to Disney recently, and we went on road Pirates of the Caribbean because if you go to
I got you.
Got to Space Mountain, Pirates of the Caribbean,
okay,
Haunted Mansion. And so those are the three that we rode.
I got you.
The OGs for me, that's what you got to do.
Understood. Yeah.
And so do you remember when we went to do that when I was little, so like 4th grade, and there was the like guy chasing the lady, and they're like, the redhead.
Give me the redhead. We want the redhead.
That's my favorite part. And it was gone.
Oh.
Instead, it was a lady. It was a lady in a red dress holding a gun, talking about rum.
I like give me the redhead. Better.
I'm so sad. I was I was with Gabe, and I was like, Gabe, where's the redhead thing? That's my favorite. That's what I was looking forward to. I'm like, the redhead, like stoked to like.
And then they didn't do it.
Learn about that and like
because
watch it again.
No longer
and it's gone. And apparently they're changing the entire ride eventually to be focused on the girl with the gun rather than on Jack Sparrow. Which okay. And
that's fine if that's what they want to do.
I'm sad. I wanted to see them chasing.
Maybe
I just wanted to see it.
It's sort of like
nostalgia.
Having the original Star Wars movies on VHS, right?
Well, you got them, Dad.
I do. That before they were Lucasified, thank goodness.
Yep. This isn't a piece of news, but can I tell you one more thing about my trip to Disney World that I haven't got to tell you about?
It's news to me because I haven't heard it. Go.
Okay. There is a new ride.
Well, this is news.
Epcot, the Guardians of the Galaxy ride.
Right. I heard it's a big deal.
And it is phenomenal. It is phenomenal. You can't get a ticket to it. You have to enter a pool in the beginning of the day. I think this is how they're going to end up doing the rest of their rides there because this process was seamless. You enter a pool at the beginning of the day, and then you get a boarding number, and then you go at a certain time, and it keeps the line from being 1,000,000 miles long.
I understand that. That's great. But does everybody get a chance to ride it? That's my question.
Well, Gabe just woke up early in the morning and just pushed the button over and over and over again. And we got a pass to ride it by 7 a.m.
Oh, you had to be there early.
Well, once your boarding pass has been called, you can go anytime the rest of the day.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that seems weird too.
So we were an hour. Well, he got our tickets for us, and it was like a 9:00 time slot, and we weren't planning to leave until 10:30 that day.
So didn't it used to be like you could go and scan and get a ticket, and you had to be back?
You have to buy fast passes now.
Okay.
You have to actually buy them, and you're only allowed 2.
I guess I'll.
And once they've been sold, they've been sold.
Yeah. No thanks.
Anyways, we rode this Guardians of the Galaxy ride, and it was insane.
I've heard a lot of people love it.
It was insane. It was the coolest thing that we rode the entire time. Miriam was like, that made the trip for me.
Well, good. Because we're not going to get any more Guardians of the Galaxy movies.
Really?
Well, I mean, James Gunn's done. P.S. Guess who DC hired to helm all their movies?
James Gunn.
Ditto. Yeah.
I knew that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I saw an Instagram reel about that.
Yeah, it's a big deal. But, it
was an awesome ride. It was so cool. And the stuff that they had, like they had these, so it's like you're in a 4-person car. So 2x2 in a car, but there's a train of them. And so you're thinking that it's going to be just a regular ride, right? But your car operates as its own little function, as its own little doodad. And so you're going down a thing, you're going down the track, and there's such a story about it too.
Well, it's Disney, everything's a story.
I don't want to spoil it because the story note is really, really interesting and really unique. And so if you go to ride the Guardians ride, it's awesome. It's in Epcot. But it was so cool because we're sitting there and then this story beat happens and Miriam and I are like, what is happening? And then the car turns around, like where we're all facing forward together at the same time. Like instead of like in a row, like instead of in a line, we're in a row. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yes.
And then we go backwards for a time. And then we like when you go through the corkscrews, like usually you're like facing frontward to go through the corkscrews. They turn us sideways so that we can see the story beats that are happening in the middle as we like go and then we're like, it was so cool.
That's neat.
It's so cool. And
I'm glad you had a good time.
Different song from the 70s
what
plays every single time.
Oh, a different one.
A different one. So Gabe was like, I hope it's one of these two songs because I haven't got Hooked on a Feeling or I Ran yet.
Which one did you get?
I can't
Which did you get?
It wasn't.
But it wasn't those. Gotcha.
But it was awesome. Oh, it was
that sounds fun.
Cool.
Well, that's what Disney does, man. They hook you in.
Oh, it was so good.
I'm not doing it though. I'm out of it.
Don't.
I'm just kidding.
I got to my sweet friend took us for free and we were there we were at the parks for less than 10 hours because a hurricane was coming and then we left.
There you go. He rocked you like a hurricane. Would you got any more news?
The hurricane came.
I know it did. You got out of there before it happened.
Yeah. A lot of movies have come out. I haven't seen any of them.
Kevin Conroy, the voice of the animated Batman, passed away.
I saw that.
My favorite Batman.
I know. I'm sorry,
is a bummer.
Daddy.
It's all right. I mean, he had cancer. No, I didn't know, So that was a bummer. There is a new SpongeBob and a new Avatar: The Last Airbender movie coming out that they announced, but it's not till
Avatar: The Last
2025.
Airbender movie or TV show?
Cartoon. It's from the cartoon, the Avatar, the cartoon, not the terrible Avatar.
Well, they're doing a live remake on Netflix of Avatar.
I don't think so. Oh yeah, they are. Yeah. But that last movie was I don't know. I didn't watch
the movie
Avatar.
was blah, 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 blah.
That's what everybody says. I didn't see it. So
very
I
bad.
can't
And they
say
didn't
it
even
was
call
bad.
him Aang. They called him Ong or something like that, even though his name is Aang.
Well, just because we in white America call him Aang doesn't make it.
That's what the people on the show called him.
Oh, really? Well,
that's what the people on the show, they called him Aang. That was his name.
Not like Shang-Chi. Where Shang-Chi, we called him Shang-Chi for you, but
Shang-Chi.
Yeah. But anyway, 2025. Is anybody going to remember that? Nobody's going to remember that. 2025. That's like 17 years from now.
Oh, well, that's 3 years from now.
Tom Holland has signed on for 3 more Spider movies within the Marvel universe.
Hey!
Like he's going to be in the next 5 things. And one of them is a Daredevil show. Spider-Man, then 3 Spider-Mans, maybe Secret Invasion. All this stuff coming out.
I need you to know I'm so far behind on Marvel.
Yeah.
They have too much stuff for me right now.
That's like how I feel about Star Wars stuff in Disney.
And I'm not
have time
trying to
to
be
watch
a
it all.
turd. I don't care enough to keep up with it.
Yeah, I see. I enjoy the Marvel stuff. So I've seen all the Marvel stuff.
Yeah. I know you really like it, but you know more about the lore than I do.
Yeah. But they changed some of the lore around, which I'm okay with. But the guy who played Thunderbolt Ross.
Yes.
William Hurt.
Yes.
He died. He passed away in real life.
I'm sorry.
He has been replaced by Harrison Ford.
I'm not mad at that.
Okay, you ready for the rumor?
Yeah.
Okay, the rumor is that Colonel or General Thunderbolt Ross is going to turn up in the new Captain America movie called Captain America: New World Order as the president.
Oh, that would be not
Harrison
good.
Ford
that
as
would
the
be
president.
very bad.
But because we're going to have an entire show come before that called Secret Invasion that deals with the Skrulls.
Yes.
And that was a comic book. I
know about the comic book. They make them turn into cows.
That's the original. Gosh, I wish I had that comic.
They make them turn into cows. I know about this.
That's not in the Secret Invasion.
Oh.
That's in the first issue or the second issue of the Fantastic Four.
Oh.
Yeah, in 1961.
Well, back when I
two.
was first interested in all of this, you gave
I told you that.
No, you gave me these comics that had all of the stuff in it.
Yep.
And I read that.
But Secret Invasion happened during that period when I didn't collect comics. And what happened was that the Skrulls had captured and taken over the heroes and villains. So you didn't know who was a Skrull and who wasn't a Skrull. Like Captain America was a Skrull, but you didn't know it.
I don't like that.
I know. So that's what's happening. They're having a TV show come out called Secret Invasion.
Okay,
live action. And at the end of the comic book in Secret Invasion, Norman Osborn, the Green Goblin, became president of the United States and created the Dark Avengers. So there's going to be a Thunderbolts movie. They already at D23, they announced all the people who
Thunderbolt
will be in
and
it.
Lightning. Very, very frightening. Me.
Yeah, Mamma Mia. Anyway, so I think that's what's going to happen. I think that during the Secret Invasion, something's going to happen, and then we're going to end up making Thunderbolt Ross the president of the United States. They repealed the Sokovia Accords, all this kind of stuff, and Julia Louis-Dreyfus from Seinfeld is going to be in charge of the.
That's how I feel about it. That's how I feel about it.
That's okay. All right. Well, that was
I can't keep up. There's too much for me to keep up with.
I know. That's why a lot of people feel that way. So, hey.
But like, I am glad for there to be stuff out there that's for everyone and that's for like different people's vibes. Like, I think that's really cool.
It is cool.
And because of that, some of it's not my vibe.
But I think they're doing that on purpose. They do that so that they try to give something for everybody. Not saturate.
It's saturated.
I mean, well, I don't believe that either because, and that's what somebody was saying, that there was that superhero fatigue, but Black Panther brought in $180 million this weekend.
I haven't gone to see it. Did you go to see it?
I saw it. Yeah.
Was it good?
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it.
I don't want spoilers because I am going to watch that movie.
I won't spoil it.
And I really want to watch Black Adam.
I want to watch Black Adam. I just don't have time.
I don't have time.
I had to
That's
pick
not true. We make time for the things that are important to us. And right now, going to see a movie in the movie theater is not high on the priority list.
Exactly.
Which is really a bummer for me because I love going to see movies in the movie theater.
I know.
Also, hi, Trevin.
Ahoy, hoy. All right, Trevin. So I have one more piece of news.
Okay. Lay it on me. Sorry, I'm paying attention.
They are already writing Knives Out 3.
Hey, I haven't seen. Has The Glass Onion come out yet?
No, it comes out next week.
Oh, I'm stoked.
It comes out over, and I think it comes out in theaters and on Netflix.
Yeah, it's a Netflix original, I think, or maybe Netflix
Everybody's
has
doing the cool originals lately. Like, I'm glad we got everything except you guys. When's somebody gonna break down and buy freaking Paramount? All right, I'm going to cut everybody off of the streaming thing until you kids go together and get Paramount.
HBO Max.
Why?
I was like, I'm pretty sure that I lied.
Okay, here's what's going to happen. Come February, have him delete it. Come February the 11th, Trevin can get rid of that. Anyway, all right. You got any more news?
No.
All right. So, folks, we also on this, I don't even know what time it is. What time did we start? Who knows?
We started like 6:30. We've been doing this for 30-ish minutes.
Well, we'll just get to what we want to get to. So let's talk about what we've been watching. Hannah.
Yes. Okay. So couple things. I'm going first. Is that bad?
I don't care. No, I'm fine. Go ahead.
Okay. Love that. Okay. It is November, early December. So it is officially rewatch your Harry Potter.
Oh, goodness gracious. Great balls of fire.
Well, you know my tradition. What's my tradition, Dad?
I know. And do you know what's, you watch all the daggone Harry Potter movies?
Yeah.
Yeah. But do you know what's in my car?
No.
It's fall. What CD is on loop in my car? I know. You know what just happened?
What?
Whether you believe it or not, he went outside and sat down and wept till his eyes were red and his voice was hoarse.
He's such a good little hobbit, isn't
Thorin
he?
had just died. Thorin.
Oh.
I know. Anyway, so for those of you who don't know, I have a complete 10 CDs of The Hobbit and I listen to it on loop. and during especially fall and winter. And then in spring and summer, I now do Dune.
Do you? Is Dune your vibe of choice? Do you have the CDs?
Yeah, Nate got them for me for Christmas.
For Christmas.
Yeah.
Good Christmas. He's so good at CDs. Christmas presents.
Jeez Louise.
He's so good at Christmas presents. Okay, Dad.
Yes. Go ahead. So anyway, Harry Potter.
Okay, so
Harry Potter.
That's
Harry Potter. Harry Potter. Harry Potter. Harry Potter. Ron Weasley.
Nate.
Sorry.
Severus Dumbledore.
Oh, okay, anyway. I watched that, no kidding, last week.
You did not. For the first 100%. Time?
No, for like the 70th time.
I was going to say, if you had never seen that before, I have failed as an eldest daughter.
It's the same guy who does that, that does all the music like that Nathan likes, that who you gonna call? Who's had a ghost sleeping in my bed? You know that where the guy who does that? It's Neil. What's his name?
No idea what you're talking about.
Oh, he does Ghostbusters. Ghost bustin'. He plays it over and over again.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
He also does the one with Tim the Toolman Taylor. Next up.
Trevin said type the name in.
Cicerega. Yeah, that's what I said.
Okay, but I couldn't say it. So I'm glad you did.
So anyway.
So I watch the Harry Potters this time of year, November, December. And it's because of college, because it's reminiscent of when I had finals week and I worked in residence life and was not allowed to leave until everyone else had left. And so I watched all of them. And so I've started watching them, and Trevor was like, "You're watching Harry Potter without me?" And so we started watching them together. I started over again.
Good.
And we're on the third one, Prisoner of Azkaban.
So you only have 74 more to go.
Yes. Also, there's this thing that I'm watching.
Mm-hmm. Wait, first of all, tell everybody where they can watch the Harry Potter movies.
Oh, Harry Potter, HBO Max.
Okay.
Harry Potter movies are on HBO Max. They're all there. And the extended editions, Lord of the Rings.
I know.
Are there
too. Only way to watch them.
Only way to watch them. Trevin says, "You're a Harry wizard," which is a joke about the first. You're a wizard, Harry. You're a Harry wizard. It's a funny joke. A lot of people say that.
Ha ha ha. Never saw it.
Anyway, dear Papa, yes. Another one that I am watching is Ancient Apocalypse on Netflix. Have you heard of this?
No. Is this like a documentary?
Do you remember when I have this vivid memory of me and you staying up late watching a History Channel TV, like hour-long special about
what happens when the people are gone?
If every person on the planet just vanishes.
I loved it. I wish I could find it again.
I think about it all the time.
It was great.
It was such an interesting, speculative, what would happen. And it was, we have skipped vital pieces of information for people listening. They have no idea what we're talking about. Okay. It's this TV special postulated about what would happen to man-made things.
Well, buildings and the
Hoover Dam, the Eiffel Tower, what would happen to all
10 years, after 100 years, after 1,000 years. If humans
just vanished from the planet. Just up and vanished.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm watching Ancient Apocalypse, and it's kind of like that. So it's extremely speculative. Mark Painter knows what we're talking about.
Yes.
That was a great documentary.
Great. Yes, Mark. I loved it.
I'm so glad.
If you can find it, Mark, send us the link.
We want to watch it again.
I want to see it.
I found it in college once. I found it online on this awful website. I'm certain gave my old computer a virus.
Footlocker.
Remember Footlocker? I remember that.
Go ahead. Keep going.
Anyways, Ancient Apocalypse is this guy, Graham Hancock, who apparently is this famous pseudoscientist. And he does this thing.
He's like Woody Harrelson at the top of Yosemite. Yeah,
that's kind of exactly what it is. He's if you Wikipedia my name, it says I'm a I was going to say architect, but that's not right. Archaeologist,
Gotcha.
And I'm pseudoscientist man, and all this stuff.
Okay.
It is.
Anyway.
It's just fun to watch, man.
Okay, I need to watch it.
His speculation is so interesting. Oh, Life After People is what the documentary was called.
Well, thank you, Mark. We're going to have to put that out there.
We're going to have to watch it.
I know it. Life After People.
Where are we going to find it? We'll have to buy it on Amazon.
We'll just get it on get another virus.
My computer's going down. That would be a poor choice.
Yeah.
Anyways, so I have to be, when people, what I know about myself, when people speak as if they are authority about things, I'm like, oh yes, you are an authority about this thing. So I'm having to be very careful about being aware of like the sensationalized music and his like,
100%. You got to realize
maybes and what ifs and stuff like that. But man, it's cool to watch.
Awesome.
It's really cool to watch. I'm really, really enjoying it. I'm almost done with it. And I am just loving it. It is so much fun. The music is beautiful. The cinematography in it is just stunning because
and what's it called again?
Ancient Apocalypse.
All right.
So he believes that there was a civilization akin to Atlantis, not Atlantis, but something similar at the end of the Ice Age that taught the Neanderthals things.
All right.
A civilizing hero is what he says. Like there are all of these civilizing heroes. No, his name's Graham Hancock.
All right. No, I'm talking about the guy. It's Conan the Barbarian.
It's Conan the Barbarian. But I mean, here's the thing. A lot of the stuff that he's saying, I'm like, okay, well, just raise a lot of money and just go search for these things.
That's so funny. Well, I'm sure he's got some cash now.
If you care so much about it. But man, my own little science brain, when people say this has been proven, I'm like, no, sir.
You and I both know you can make numbers say anything.
Well, here's the thing. And that really like the whole, like specifically the word that proven really makes me irritated. Yeah. And that's just because as a psychologist, my job is to provide evidence for things that are scientifically supported. And we never prove anything.
I think I probably say during work, I usually probably say, you're making crap up like 2 or 3 times a day. I'm like, you just can't believe that. Where did you read that? Facebook? Yeah. You can't believe that.
Anyways, if you just really think pseudoscience is fun and want to look at some really beautiful things and hear a man chat about stuff, it's a good time.
Well, cool.
It makes me think of History Channel, sitting with you, watching Life After People. That's what it makes me think of.
There's so much going on. My show that I try to pick up every now and then when I can get in an episode is Spy Family.
What is that?
Spy Family is an anime, believe it or not, on Hulu. Okay, I'm going to give you the premise and you're going to go, oh, I got to watch this. So there is the world's greatest spy and he has to infiltrate this prestigious children's school because there is someone who has a child in it that he has to, I can't know if he has to kill them or if he has to do something with them or protect them or whatever to basically keep the war between the East and the West at bay. The problem is you don't have any children, right? So he's the world's greatest spy. So what he does is he goes, yeah, this is extremely good. He adopts a child.
Oh.
Adopts a little girl.
Oh, no.
No, here's what's great. See, no one would want to adopt this poor child. The girl is like kindergarten, first grade age. She can read people's minds.
Oh.
So she has the power to read people's minds.
Spy Family.
Then he's like, so he gets ready to go to we have to, go to this. We have to be interviewed. And he's like, oh no, they expect me to have a wife. So he then finds this young woman at this tailor where he's getting his daughter's clothes fixed and they hit it off. And he's like, would you like to go out? We'll meet and go to this go to this party.
Go to this business dinner?
No, go to a party. She's going to a party and she invites, yeah, let's go. I would like to go out. We'll go. So you come to find out she's the world's greatest assassin.
Spy Family.
Yes. So hold on. So no one knows anything, but the daughter can read everybody's minds. And the dad would be walking and he goes, I could kill that person with my, bare hands. He's thinking that in his head and the girl's going, because it's all the big eyes and stuff. So
what is this rated?
It's, I don't know. It's got a little bit of it. I thought going into the episode today that it'd be good for anybody, but she does there is a little bit of blood in it or whatever, but
Spy Family.
Hold on, it gets better.
Okay.
So to complete the family, what do we need?
A brother, a dog.
No, a dog. The dog can see the future. The problem is the dog can't communicate, but the little girl can read his mind. Oh,
yes,
gosh.
Yes.
This is, Spy Family. I'm loving it. It is so funny and smart. I love that. That's what I'm watching right now. I have been playing a new game.
What have you been playing on your tablet?
Rage on my tablet called Marvel Snap. Like, it's big.
Marvel.
Like, I'm not great. So I went to LTN Con, which is the Love Thy Nerd Con, a month ago, and
killed it there, Dad.
Learned some game. I played Hero Clicks with my friend Lee from Nashville. It was the first time I ever had to roll dice for anything. Did you hear this story?
Did you crit?
Guess what I rolled the first time?
Did you crit?
Double ones.
Oh no!
And he's like,
"You're fired."
Just count a mulligan. Roll again.
You're
double ones.
You would have been
again.
Dead.
I rolled them again. Double ones again. But anyway, and that looks like a game I would like. But anyway, Marvel Snap is like you don't have to pay for anything. You can, and of course it gets you ahead of everything.
Gross.
But it's very similar to what I would call like adventure Card Wars.
Card Wars
mixed with Magic the Gathering type thing. So you lay down cards and thanks, Trevin. The dice tell the story. I'm gonna tell you a story in a minute. So anyway, I've been playing Marvel Snap. It's a lot of fun.
Marvel Snap.
I have seen some movies. I'll just give you a breakdown of what I've seen.
Okay, I was getting ready to Google when the Dungeons and Dragons movie comes up, but I guess we'll just
don't worry about that.
Watch that. If it comes out during Christmas, I want to watch it.
It's not. I don't think it's coming out anytime soon.
I want to watch it.
On the Roku app.
Yes. I want to watch this.
Have the Weird Al story. And I watched it. I loved it. I think it is probably one of the best movies I have seen all year. Now, saying that, I think your mom would hate it.
Oh, I believe that with my entire soul. That is not her vibe, Dad.
It is one of these movies that people are going to love
or
and
hate.
People are going to go, that's the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. It is literally a parody of Weird Al's life.
Well, he picked Dan Radcliffe to be him.
Listen, there are so many
He's
people.
So small.
It starts out, he's dying. He's on a gurney, and the doctor says, "Call it. What time is it?" And he pulls his mask off, and it's Lin-Manuel Miranda is the doctor, which we all know he loves Weird Al. It was like the first concert he went to, and then it goes from there, and it rewinds, and you get the story told up to this point, and up to that. I mean, this deals with like Weird Al is shooting up the drug cartel in Mexico. He's getting hammered and doing all kinds of stuff that
Sounds like he's having a great time.
Weird Al doesn't drink or smoke or do. I mean, he doesn't.
That's what I'm saying.
But in this movie,
Dan Radcliffe to play himself.
So what's so funny is that in the movie, he decides I am not doing parodies anymore. I'm done. I'm not doing parodies. So he creates an all original song called Eat It.
Oh,
and
no.
Then Michael Jackson takes his Eat It and parodies his Eat It song and makes Beat It. And then everybody thinks Weird Al made it after Michael Jackson. It is so funny. So funny. But like Conan O'Brien is in there as the guy who drew the Campbell Soup pictures.
Warhol?
Yeah, as Andy Warhol, it's Conan O'Brien. And like they're at this beach party, and Jack Black is Wolfman Jack, who's an old DJ, and I know who that is. Anyway,
how many famous people are in this movie?
And that Dash Michelin, I can't pronounce his name, the guy who was the polka dot guy. And
yes.
He is the bass guitar player for Queen. And he's like, if you're so good, why don't you make a song right now? And that's when he does Another One Rides the Bus.
Yes.
Dum, dum, dum. It is so funny. It is so good. I loved it. So I saw that. I saw Black Panther.
Hey, was it good? How was Namor?
Namor is awesome.
Okay, I really do want to see it.
Okay, my two favorite characters in that movie, who I thought were acted the best and were the best, was Namor, the guy who played Namor.
We love Namor.
And Angela Bassett as the Queen Mother. She is just amazing.
Yes, well, she's a phenomenal actress, just period.
Gosh, so good. I liked Black Panther. Now, they deal with, the loss of Chadwick Boseman.
Man, I'm glad that was good. I was worried it was going to be bad.
It just lasted the whole movie, though.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole movie was about closure. It was.
Closure. The way you said that,
and I was
Daddy.
like, I don't know. That part, I thought it just went on.
Yeah.
And went on and went on. Because they drug on in the middle. But I really liked how they portrayed Atlantis.
Okay.
I'm here to tell you right now. Namor underwater, millions of times better than Aquaman underwater. I'm sorry. It just is. Now, as a Fantastic Four fan who loves all that stuff.
I was going to say, isn't Namor behind you right now?
Oh gosh, he is. Namor is behind me. If you're watching my Pop Funko, Namor's origin was changed.
Okay, bad or good?
I don't think it mattered.
Okay.
Did it
even better?
I loved it. I thought it was great. I liked it, and they make him be. He's not really a bad guy.
He's kind of a turd in the comics.
He is a turd in the comics, but.
Am I remembering that right?
Oh, no, he's an absolute turd in the comics.
Okay.
But he is a king
for
taking care of his kingdom.
Good. As kings should.
Yeah, so you get the introduction, and this isn't a spoiler. You get Riri Williams as Ironheart, the girl who makes the Iron Man type outfit. But that is shown in the trailer. We're not giving anything away there. I tell you who I really enjoyed was M'Baku's character. Is great.
That's the gorilla guy.
Yep. Okay. He's awesome. Awesome in it. So, yeah.
Okay. Well, I do want to watch it. I might wait until it comes out on Disney Plus. Because I'm busy.
There is, if anyone goes and sees it, you don't have to Google it. There's one mid-credit scene. Apparently there was supposed to be a Doctor Doom thing in it, but that was taken out.
Bummer.
It's okay. I mean, really, I don't know how we're going to deal with all that crap, all these. And Namor calls himself a mutant in it. I think that's the first time in Marvel that they've actually said
that word instead of inhuman.
Except in the Mrs. Marvel, which you should watch, the Ms. Marvel show was really good.
Okay.
It's sort of hinted that she's a mutant during one of the scenes in like the last episode.
But they don't say the word mutant.
But the music in the background changes to the 1990s X-Men animated music.
That's so fun.
So anyway, that's what I'm watching.
Okay, yeah. I love that.
That's it. Sure
that's
enough.
Fun.
Oh, and the next season of The Chosen starts this
very
week.
Soon.
So I'm excited for that too.
I haven't finished season 2 yet.
Yeah. All right. We are burning up the time.
Do you want to do a really quick pull list?
Really quick. Yeah. All right, guys. So a pull list is a list of comics that my local comic book shop puts down for me and pulls before they go out on the shelf, or they order special for me. So I give them this list and I go and pick them up and they're ready for me. And actually tomorrow I'm going to go get mine. So
yeah, because Wednesday's new comic book day. So what Dad does for us is he shows us 5. Is that what you have for us?
Yeah, but there it is. Yep, I got 5.
Okay, Dad shares with us 5. He shares one from Marvel, one from DC, one from an independent comic person like Image, Dark Horse, IDW, Boom Studios, whatever. A new number 1. So if you decided that you wanted to collect something, you could go out into your local comic book shop and buy this new number 1 if you want to start collecting, as well as a book of the week. And it's not so much. Is it a book of the week or is it a book of the months?
Actually, these are books of the week. These are all from last week.
Awesome.
And they're all number ones.
They are not.
100%.
Who are
you've got
you?
a chance. If you want to go collect these new books, you can go get them. Although one's a one shot, so it's not a collection.
Lay it on us, Dad.
I'm just going to do them in the way I've got them listed here. So the first one I have is issue 1. It's from Marvel. It is Sabretooth and the Exiles.
No.
You're exactly right. The answer is no.
Oh,
I know. Got me so excited.
I'm mad.
Every time you hear Exiles in the Marvel universe,
excited.
you think about the time travel thing.
Yes.
This is not it.
And Sabretooth is even in that. He's even in the Exile comic book.
I know.
Dad, I'm going to fight somebody. I'm not.
Well,
I'm 0%.
Was this book good? Yes, it was good. I liked it. Will I collect it? No, I won't.
No. Okay, right on.
Collect it.
So if you're going to choose a new number 1 to go collect, don't pick Sabretooth and the Exiles.
Not necessary.
Okay.
Not necessarily. The issue is that I've been disenfranchised with the X titles for a long time. They've got their own little island where everybody's doing stuff. Now they've terraformed Mars and they've got to land there. And every mutant is good. But what happened is if the mutants don't play by their mutant rules, they get thrown. They get put in like mutant jail.
The Exiles, so to speak.
That's who this is, right? That's what this is. This is Sabretooth and the Exiles. Sabretooth escapes the pit, and then they send these other people who were in the pit to go track him down. And in the meantime, he gets caught by this person whose sole intent purposes is to create a creature to kill off the mutants because they don't like mutants. And so that's where this is. So I was excited because I thought this might be that whole the old Exiles thing. It's not.
Do you have all of those?
I do. Now I do. I got them all. I finished
Can
the
I
collection.
read them all?
1 to 100. 100% you can.
Do you think I could do that while I'm there over Christmas break?
Yeah, I don't care. Sure.
All of them? I don't know if I could do it.
If you want to.
That might be a task.
Or download the freaking Hoopla.
Okay. Come at me. Why don't you?
My next book is independent from Dark Horse Studios. This is in issue 1. It's called The Ones. O-N-E-S.
The O-N-E-S.
O-N-E-S, like number 1. The Ones. Okay. There is a person gathering these people together. Some have some abilities, some don't have abilities, or maybe they do, we don't know. Maybe they're magic, maybe they're not magic, but they are. Here's the deal. I've noticed this just recent, is that so many of these comics lately have been dealing with spiritual issues. It's been outrageously crazy, the amount that, and this is
We
one
are
of
demons?
Them. Yeah.
We have demons, excuse me.
We have demons, right? I mean, it's crazy, but this one right here, they're gathering these people together to destroy the son of Satan that's going to be born.
That is petrifying.
I know. It's very interesting. I'm going to continue it. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Right on.
It's really good. It's by Brian Michael
really
Bendis.
High.
Huh?
I have to have filter really high.
Yeah, I do too. So anyway, my other number 1 is a one shot.
Okay. So this is your new number 1.
No, it's not. This is my DC book.
Okay. Yeah. You said my other number 1.
Well, these are all number 1s, right?
Okay. Well, I'm just taking notes.
Gotcha. So this is DC. It's a one shot. For those of you who don't know what a one shot is, it's basically just one comic that comes out, tells a story. A lot of times it will set up a new series coming out, which is exactly what this does. This is the new golden age is what it's called.
Okay.
Basically, we're reintroducing a group in DC called the Justice Society, which has been big because they're featured in the movie The Black Adam. Okay. So some might think this is a money grab, but it's going to be by Jeff Johns.
Is that a wink, wink? This is a money grab? Is that what that was?
Because usually Jeff Johns has run the author on JSA Justice Society is really good, and I enjoyed this book. It goes back and forth between different versions of the goal of the Justice Society. And there's a character who keeps going back and forth through time to destroy the Justice Society. Each person who is this character called Dr. Fate. And it also follows Batman and Catwoman And if you didn't know, this happened in another book. They have a child called Helena, and it follows Helena comes into this, and she's going to be a part of. Anyways, it's setting up a new Justice Society book that's going to come out in a month. It's a really good book. Do you have to read it to read the Justice Society book? I don't know, but it was really good. I enjoyed it.
LOL, what if you were like, yes, you have to?
Yeah, I don't know.
That'd be silly.
Okay. So my new number one.
New number one.
This is also I don't know who did this one. Image.
Image. We love Image.
Okay, this is called Gospel.
Gospel.
Just like the gospel. This
Rise up.
I'm gonna have to read it multiple times.
Okay.
It
was intriguing for you.
It is, yes, it's in the early time of the start of the fall of the Catholic Church and the introduction of the Protestant Church. King James is coming by and having the
starting
Bible
the Church
made
of England.
to where people can read the Bible, and it's
Gutenberg.
got a lot of these other people ticked off because now regular people can read sinners are reading the Bible and stuff.
The Protestant
really
Reformation is what
Pretty
you
much
are.
that.
That's the term you're looking for there.
And it's about this young girl who is basically, it's like them trying to tell us, it's the telling of the story. What is the story being told? Can I make the story bigger than it actually is? So it's interesting. Like she's trying to create her own myth. She's trying to create her own mythology about who she is. Like, there's someone who writes her story. Like she chased this little pig around that got loose or something and broke like a pot. Well, by the time that story ended up at another town, this was like a demon boar that she had to slaughter before it tore the church down.
Gotcha.
So it becomes
like, can you become bigger than yourself by the way people remember you?
Yeah, something like that. So
or like tell stories about you type vibe.
I don't know. It's like, what is the gospel? It's weird. I don't know. I'm intrigued.
Spooky.
I'm in for it. I want to see what they have to say about it.
Okay.
It makes me think I need to learn more about, yes, Mark, I did. I love that. Mark wanted to know if I got a chance to read those comics.
I was going to tell you when you were done with your thought.
Yeah. Anyway, the gospel is really good. I'll collect it.
It makes you think you want to learn more about what? That period of history?
The history of the
the
King
evangelical
James
church
and all that kind of stuff about,
Well, you know who you could chat with?
I don't want to chat with anybody. I want to read it on my own.
Okay.
Who could I chat with?
I was going to say, my AP European history teacher.
Who?
Mr. Mansfield.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Manley.
He might be okay.
Manley.
No, Mansfield.
Was I right the first time?
Mansfield.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mr. Mansfield, he educated me all about it in 10th grade.
Gotcha. Are you ready for my new number one?
Yes.
My book of the
week.
They restarted Fantastic Four with an issue 1. I may or may not have got 3 different variant covers.
Okay, so what is it called? Is it just book of the week number 1, Fantastic Four?
Number 1.
Okay.
So it's a great jumping on point. It is a new writing team. The guy who writes this he wrote Adventure Time.
We love Adventure Time.
He wrote Power Pack, which is another.
You collected that when you were a kid.
I did. And there was another one that he wrote that was really good. But this starts out with Ben Grimm and Alicia, his wife, on just like a road trip trying to get away. And it follows them they get stuck in almost like a Groundhog Day type situation where it's the same day over and over again. They find that there is a guy who, during the nuclear bomb testing, was given a power that whatever he wished would come true.
Oh no!
And
any wish at all points of time.
But no, what happens is he doesn't know it. He doesn't know that he got that power. And at the end of the day, he just wished he had one more day to make it right with the girl that he loved. And that's what would happen. The whole day would reset until Ben Grimm and Alicia finally, he finally realized that it wasn't meant to be.
It wasn't going to work out.
And he never,
devastating.
yes and no, because he never used the power again. After that, he went on with his life and
never wished a thing.
Is that not cool?
Do you know the amount of discipline that would take?
Or how much being content in where you are? He didn't wish for anything to be different. No. Yeah.
Dang.
He even follow him to where he dies on his deathbed with his wife. Yeah. But anyway, you come to find out at the end of the book that Reed did something and blew a big hole in the middle of New York. And that's
dang it, Reed.
Yeah. See, here's the deal.
Why he be doing that?
They're doing that with Spider-Man right now. Like in the Spider-Man book, they relaunched Spider-Man with #1 and they're like, Spider-Man did something 6 months ago and nobody wants to be around him. And it's been out now for like
people
a year.
Are allowed to have friends.
But it's been around for like a year now and we still don't know what it was. So if that lasts as long as
they don't know what it is, then that's what that means. Well, hey, Trevin's going to pick up his comic books tomorrow and he says, I'll pick up Fantastic Four #1 tomorrow then. Okay,
Trevin, if they have, anyone out there listening, if they have the Frank Miller variant,
that's your favorite
let me know
artist.
How much they want. Yeah, Frank Miller did a cover for Fantastic Four #1, his first Marvel work in 30 years.
Dang.
And it's of The Thing. And the cheapest I can find that comic book for is $500. It's crazy pants. I'd rather buy some old ones that I don't have. Anyway, Hannah.
Yes.
Let's talk about, before we get out of here, let's talk about a movie we watched.
Yes, a short film, if you will.
We watched a short film on Disney Plus called Werewolf by Night.
It was extremely stylized.
Yes and no. I agree with that to a point.
For me, average consumer, extremely stylized.
Yeah, I agree with that.
For you as a person who maybe has read the books and knows what's happening.
Well, not just that, the way it was filmed.
Yeah, it was a stylized film.
It
was a film noir, if you will.
I used to love on Sundays afternoons, they would show old monster or alien sci-fi movies on
It was very
TV.
It was very like reminiscent of like The Fly and
a Vincent Price horror
Man
flick.
from the Black Lagoon or whatever. Like it's very like
Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Thank you.
It did feel a little bit like that for me, for who's watched them. It did have a little bit more violence in it than those old movies had. But
the new national what?
Yeah, there's going to be a new National Treasure. It's going.
I'm sorry.
Plus. I think it's a show.
What?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Nick Cage?
You didn't know about this? No, I don't think Nick Cage.
Okay, do we care then?
I will probably watch it. Who knows? Anyway,
Nick
go
Cage,
back to the
Dad.
I know, it's all right. He's too busy looking for truffles with a pig.
He's too busy fighting animatronic
that was
robots.
a great movie too. Two totally different movies.
He's too busy
and they
making
were fantastic.
friends and being a spy.
Hey, let's talk about Werewolf by Night.
Have you seen that movie?
No, I haven't seen that yet.
Dad.
Stop it. We'll get to it. We're supposed to be talking about Werewolf by Night. Okay.
Trevin, stop. No, I want to click on the thing. Don't stop. I'm very glad. I will look at it later.
Yes. So, Werewolf by Night. Hannah.
I liked it.
Okay. So, you don't know anything about any of those characters.
I know nothing. Not a single thing. I was sitting there watching it and I was like, can we just spoil everything?
Oh, yeah, go ahead. It's been out.
Because this came out.
It
was a Halloween movie.
Yeah.
The animatronic dead person.
That was hilarious.
Was awful. I hated every single second of it. I was like, this is disgusting.
Yeah, that was Bloodstone. Yes.
He's awful.
The interesting thing is the main character named Jack Russell.
What else is he in?
He's in my favorite show that I've watched now 5 times in a row, Station 11.
Oh, he's in Station 11.
You haven't even watched it.
I've watched the first episode.
You should watch the whole thing. It's the best.
I will eventually watch the whole thing. I do not have the emotional capacity at this time.
I love it. I cry at the end.
I know,
I cry
you
during
love
it all the time. So yes, Werewolf by Night is played by Jack Russell. The main characters that they introduce in this is Elsa Bloodstone, Jack Russell, the Werewolf by Night, and Man Thing.
which is their Swamp Thing.
Which is their Swamp Thing.
Who
correct.
shocks people to death? Question mark?
No. If you have any fear in you, his touch makes you burn.
Oh.
So that's the deal.
That would be such a sad life to leave as a monster.
Yeah. So
you'd burn everyone.
In the comic book, he really doesn't retain any cognitive ability, basically. He's just a force of nature, if that makes sense. And he is in a swamp and he protects this thing called the nexus of realities, which is where people can come in and out of different realities. But he is there and he's like the protector of the nexus of realities. Which
in this
is
one,
where
he's more cognizant.
Very much so.
And like sushi.
That was hilarious. It was funny.
It was funny.
That was funny.
I giggled at that.
I did like the fact that Jack and what was his real name?
Ted.
He called him, huh?
Ted.
Ted or Ed?
Ted with the T.
Ted.
T-E-D.
Yeah.
Ted.
He called him Ted. He called him by his first name, and they actually talked. That was funny.
Okay, so if you haven't seen this and have zero idea what we're talking about, because we have honed in on very specific things of this rather than giving you
absolutely, we have
broad explanation.
Exactly.
Werewolf by Night, there is this man whose name is Bloodstone. What's his first name?
It doesn't matter.
Ulysses Bloodstone, who is the owner of this infamous Bloodstone, which is a tool that can be used to hunt monsters.
It kills monsters.
So what they have done, he has passed away. He does not have an heir, though he does have an heir. He has a daughter named Elsa who
has been discommunicated
and left, like doesn't want anything to do with him, but shows up. So all of these famous monster hunters who have all of these skills are here for a hunt. They're hunting Man-Thing. You don't know that's what they're hunting. And our main character is Jack. And we watch Jack throughout all of this. He's very...
You think he is a monster hunter?
Yes, because he's killed 100 plus
He's killed a lot of... Right.
He's killed a lot of them. My gist is that he was a monster hunter, but got sick. He got sick with lycanthrope.
Whatever. Yeah, he is the werewolf.
He is a werewolf. And so... he, instead of being a monster hunter now, rescues monsters, treats them humanely, and helps them live peacefully.
But he also goes after bad guys.
That was maybe he does, but that was not the gist in the movie.
But that was the movie. Yeah. And the movie was really good. It
was cute.
It was a fun movie. I would give it 3.5.
Yeah.
As far as a monster movie goes. It was a fun movie, and it had a good ending. There was a lot of action.
Marvel does horror while still being PG-13.
Fun horror. Yeah, PG-13 fun horror. Yeah, it's not
but it was still like kind of splurty.
It was, you're right, but it wasn't like suspense.
It wasn't like 300 splurty.
No. And it wasn't really scary, honestly. Did you think it was scary?
Would you have let me watch this when I was in middle school? Because I don't
Absolutely
think you would.
not. No, because
I think this is a high school, high school and up type of movie. Like I maybe even wouldn't let a freshman watch this.
Yeah, well, depending nowadays, parents let them do whatever. So
depending on, well, I mean, you're allowed to choose what is best for you.
Exactly.
Tucker and Dale versus Evil. Nowhere near that.
Oh, no. I love that movie, by the way. BT Dubs, Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
And you do.
What's his face is going to be at the Lexington Comic Con.
Oh, I'm stoked.
The guy that plays in that.
I want to meet Blue's Clues guy.
All three of them are going to be there now.
I want to meet them, Dad.
Yeah, there's going to be a meet and greet. You know there will be for all three Blue's Clues.
I want to meet them. I don't actually
think about this. I want to give a little bit of history and then we'll be done.
Okay, yes, history.
Werewolf by Night. There is a great omnibus type collection that you can read for free at your local library. I have it on my Hoopla app right now. It's like about $400 or $500 anyway. Used to be the comic code did not allow you to have monsters, werewolves, vampires in a comic book. When they relaxed that, Marvel came out with like a monster thing, and they came out with Werewolf by Night. Werewolf by Night comic book was also where the first appearance of Moon Knight came from. Makes sense,
cool.
right?
Yeah, because
because of the moon, right?
Werewolf makes sense.
And yeah, so that's just
And from what I have heard you say, their man thing is reminiscent of DC Swamp Thing.
Yeah, but
to a degree,
it used to be.
Not so much like when it originally came out, like if we're doing history lesson.
Yes.
It was reminiscent of one another, but not so much anymore.
But then, no, not after Alan Moore took over in the mid 80s.
Which is the whole thing people know about Swamp Thing anyways, is the Alan
completely
Moore
changed
saga of Swamp Thing.
Yeah. And so Swamp Thing is now just amazing and nowhere Man-Thing. They never attained the awesomeness with Man-Thing as DC did with Swamp Thing. And I don't think they ever will.
Gotcha.
So. Yeah.
Well, he's kind of spooky looking.
Who?
And
the Man-Thing?
Yeah. He's kind of like, he's like elephanty.
Right. That's pretty
Moody, perhaps?
He's pretty much the way he is in the comic book.
Okay, right on. He's got like...
Yeah. Looks pretty much like the comic book. Yeah.
Davy Jones, but not quite Davy Jones.
Not quite it. No.
But more hulking with weirder eyeballs and no mouth.
And he touches you, you burn.
If you're afraid.
If you're afraid. Don't be afraid.
And he's spooky.
He is spooky looking. Yeah.
So I would be a little afraid.
I would be too. Another thing interesting is that's where Howard the Duck came from. The Nexus of Realities. It would have been so interesting if we'd have had Howard the Duck. It would have totally ruined the whole movie. But Howard the Duck.
He was in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Howard the Duck first showed up, I believe, in the Man-Thing comic book.
That's hysterical. He was in the Guardians of the Galaxy movie. That's what I was saying.
Yeah, Howard the Duck was with a gun. Mm-hmm. I saw him. All right, Hannah, that's all I got.
Hey, friends, thanks for hanging with us today. I know it's been a hot minute, but Dad, this was really fun. We need to.
It was fun. Maybe in 2 weeks we'll try it again.
Yeah.
Every other week.
That works for me. I think that we could do that. LOL, we said that last time, but
hold on. Let me say one more thing.
Yes, sir.
I was on a Twitch channel today with some of my peeps that were playing games, and I said, "Got any nerd games coming out that I need to talk about at my podcast?" They said, "Pokemon comes out this week, God of War last week, Sonic's got a new game out, and Halo Forge." So there you go.
Right on. Okay, cool. We're not big gamers. I play Animal Crossing.
I don't play that. Nothing.
Big gamer nerd up in here. I like the cozy games. Okay.
Thank you guys.
Thanks for hanging with us. We're so glad that you found our little cozy corner of the internet and decided to hang for a little bit. Our intro music was composed and performed by Brockwell Nason. You can check him out anywhere you stream music, Apple, Spotify, wherever. Brockwell Nason. Our art was created by Nathan Turner. He's my sweet, sweet little brother, Dad's son. He made that in Microsoft Paint, y'all. He is mega talented. Thank you so much for doing that for us, bud. Our podcast is edited and uploaded by yours truly, dear sis. And Dad occasionally maintains our YouTube channel.
A year. It's been a year.
It's been 2 months since we've done a podcast. At this point, it's fine.
I got you.
Dad, when are we going to catch these lovely folks?
We are going to catch them on the flippity flop. See you guys.
We're off, but that's okay. Love you guys. Bye, sweet friends.